Happy New Year's, all you gorgeous garden gnomes. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. Since February of, well, last year, I guess, we have been receiving a seed subscription from Moonglow Gardens or Growers Blend. And each month they send a mix of a couple packs of seeds or some stickers primarily. And so I'm going to do a review of everything that we received from them so far. Now, I wasn't intending to make a review of this seed subscription when we first started. So some of the seeds, I don't exactly remember when we received them, but typically we received 1 to 2 packs of seeds and a couple of stickers each month. So you can probably expect to receive 12 to 24 packs of seeds throughout the entire year of the subscription. Now, we are very excited to continue our subscription in 2024, so that's a little bit of foreshadowing of how we've liked the subscription so far. Please know that this is not a sponsored video. Moonglow Gardens or Growers Blend has not sponsored the video. We paid for the seed subscription, and the only kind of help that they are providing is to kind of promote this video to their followers as well. So we have not received any kind of monetary exchange for this video. So this is an honest review of the seed subscription that they provide. If you want to check out their stuff, their seeds that they offer, or anything else from them, I'll leave a link to both their Instagram and their website in the description below. Between April and May, we received micro mini tomatoes, which are going to be great for growing in containers or growing indoors, as they don't get very tall. And we also received a rainbow heirloom mix of tomatoes, as well as some bee stickers. In June, we got another sticker and these Princess Rose bush beans, as well as woodland sage. July delivered some lovage and some sweet peas. Now, for any new growers, please know that sweet peas are different from a potting pea or sugar or snap peas, as they are grown for the flowers as opposed to the edible pods, and the pods that would be grown from a sweet pea plant are not edible. August brought more tomatoes. This variety is called Rosy Falls, and it is a hanging basket variety, so they say, which is kind of exciting for us, as I not only like to use the horizontal space, but I also want to look into growing more things in the vertical space to make the most use of our garden. In September, we received these calendula and zinnia seeds. Now, I will be honest, flowers for me typically get a back seat in the planning of our garden, as I tend to prioritize things that we can eat. Now, I know there are some flowers that you can eat, but typically I focus on fruit and vegetables that we can eat. But there are many, many benefits to growing flowers and other scented herbs or items like that, such as attracting beneficial insects and pollinators, predatory insects that will help to get rid of pests or unwanted insects in your garden. So this year I'm going to make a concerted effort to include flowers in the planning more. October typically marks the beginning of our cleanup for our season. So things are starting to be cleared out of the garden, and it's starting to look maybe a little more sad. So it's exciting to receive these straw flowers from the seed subscription, as it helps to remind us that spring isn't that far away, even though we're looking at a long winter. November was another very exciting month for the seed subscription as we received these German red garlic bulbs. Now, typically when you're growing garlic, you'll take a clove off of the bulb and you'll plant those in the kind of mid to late fall or so, and just let them overwinter in the garden. Garlic bulbs, however, grow from the flower stalk, and when the garlic kind of flowers, then it'll produce bulbs on the top of the stalk. And so you can take those off and replant them. So that's what we're going to do with these. However, they do take a little bit longer than growing from a clove of garlic from the bulb. I have never grown garlic from a bulb, so I had to reach out to Moonglow Gardens on Instagram to kind of ask them how do we go about growing these. So I'll read exactly what they said to do. For the garlic, start indoors in January when starting onions from seed. Now we actually start our onions maybe in February, not in January. So we'll probably do the same thing. We'll just start them a month later. The bulbs do not need any stratification before planting. In the spring, we transplant them out into the garden and allow to grow all summer. They will still be one bulb but larger, kind of like a mini clove. The bulbs will not separate into cloves until they reach a certain size, and that can take on average 2 years. In late summer, we dig them up and replant the bulbs outside at a bigger spacing and throw some mulch over top to protect from winter damage, much like you are planting cloves. The other seeds that we received in November were more micro mini tomatoes. So I'm excited to have more seeds of those to grow over the winter indoors, and maybe to give out as gifts in the spring. The Christmas month, Moonglow Gardens sent out a mini advent calendar. So we had 3 separate packages inside the main package for 3 days before Christmas. In the advent calendar, we received Sleeping Lady dwarf beefsteak tomatoes, Sunset Cosmos, and a rainbow mix of heirloom tomatoes, as well as a bee sticker. So you guys already know that we really enjoyed the seed subscription kind of mystery box each month, and for the price it was very reasonable, and I think we got a good value for the price of what the seed subscription is, and we have renewed our subscription for 2024. So that should tell you that we did thoroughly enjoy it, but I think that it could be improved with some items. I think that it was fairly tomato heavy, particularly if people don't enjoy tomatoes. Having, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs of tomatoes might be a little bit much for them. So maybe some more variety, maybe 1 or 2 things of tomatoes, maybe some peppers would be nice, or we did receive 1 pack of beans, so maybe some more beans would have been nice to include. Edible peas. I know I'm biased to having edible fruits and veggies in the garden, so more beans or peas that would have been edible, maybe some cucumbers, carrots, beets, as opposed to having more flowers. We received 6 flower or kind of herb plant seeds. So maybe some more herb varieties as well. Maybe basil to go along with all the tomatoes would be good. I really am excited for the garlic, as I already mentioned. Yeah, and the variety of flowers will help to encourage me, in particular, to include more flowers in our garden design. So I think just having a little bit more variety in terms of the crops that they provide could make this a little bit more appealing for other people that aren't necessarily lovers of tomatoes. But overall, I think that the seed subscription is valuable and worth the money spent on it. In an upcoming video, as I mentioned, I'll be using the micro tomatoes and growing them indoors over the winter. We're going to try to do an indoor grown salad. So stay tuned for that video that will be coming up. Thank you for watching the video. If you like this content, please leave a like, and maybe if you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so that you'll be notified of our next videos that are coming up or coming out. Kawartha Backyard Farms is a food security initiative that was started in 2021, kind of the height of the pandemic, and its sole mission is to help promote growing food at home. So kind of backyard farms, producing food at home, sharing with the community. And what we do is provide people with assistance in starting or maintaining their food producing gardens for free. So if you can help us to achieve monetization by liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel, that would be extremely helpful. It's free for you, and it really helps us out a lot. We'll be using all of the money through monetization to help support this project. I hope to have you join us in future videos, and I wish you all the best in 2024. Happy New Year, everybody.